I turned 49 years old today, and I wanted to make this video to share with you a little bit about what I'm going to start working on over the next year as I continue in my own fitness journey, my own body transformation journey. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather, and I make videos about yoga and fitness for those of us over the age of 40 who are working hard to build a strong, healthy body that will carry us well into our 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. I do know that we have some of you here that are in your 20s and 30s. You're welcome here as well. If you're learning more about what it takes to be strong, healthy, fit, when you get to 40, you're certainly welcome here as well. So this channel is really dedicated to building a strong, healthy body, longevity, having a long health span. So being able to do all the things that you want to continue doing as you get older into your 70s, 80s, 90s, even into your 100s. So many of you are here because you have found some of my videos about my own personal body transformation journey. So in April of 2024, I had decided that I wanted to lose 50 pounds in order to become a faster hiker. And I had decided that I was going to be open about it on social media. It was the second time in my life I had to lose 50 plus pounds. I had gained some weight after I quit smoking in my 20s. I had to lose weight. And then I gained weight in my early 40s and had to lose that weight. So a little bit different the second time around. And I've been sharing that here on my YouTube channel and on my social media, just, what it's been like with the things that I've tried, the things that I've done. I know that many of you find that content inspirational, motivational, helpful, whatever it may be. So April of 2024, I wanted to lose 50 pounds in order to become a faster hiker. And I ended up losing 35 pounds in that first year. So between April 2024, April 2025, I lost 35 pounds. I attribute that to finally getting my head out of my butt and starting to track my food and and weigh my food as well. So in December of 2024, I downloaded an app called Carbon Diet Coach. I am not in any way affiliated with that app. But it is an app that I use to track my food. I got a food scale, weighed all of my food. And then that was when the weight really started coming off. I probably could have got to the 50 pounds in the full year if I had started tracking from the very beginning. But anyhow, I ended up losing 60 pounds by November of 2025, did a bodybuilding competition. I've got a whole video all about how I did all of that. And so now we're here in June of 2026. So 7 months after I did the fitness competition, I've maintained the weight loss, plus or minus 5 pounds. I'm actually at the same weight today that I was the day that I did the fitness competition. I'm starting to reshape my body just a little bit more. So what I wanted to do is talk a little bit about how some of the things and my mindset, my training, my nutrition has shifted and the way I'm going to be taking it over the next year. So I think that birthdays are a great time to sort of reflect on the things that you've done and then start thinking about some of the things that you want to do over the next year. I think we do that over New Year's. My birthday is a natural time to do it. It's the middle of the year. It's in June. You might do it on your birthday as well, too. So much so that, I wrote a book called What If You Gave Yourself a Year? And it's about just taking the long game approach to your health, your fitness, your wellness, any sort of transformational goals that you might have in your life. I've worked with many people, hundreds and if not thousands of people over the years in personal and professional development to help them achieve some pretty massive success in their lives. Okay. And what I do know is that the long game approach works. It 100% works. So if you take this sort of rushing mindset out of things like doing a quick 30-day challenge or 6-week ab challenge, those things do help get motivated and help you just sort of like this with this pattern interrupt and just maybe like, I just need something to get started. That does help with that. But what giving yourself a year does is allows you the time to just let go and just like exhale, just let it out and get rid of that sort of urgency and that you have to rush through things. You're in a year's time frame, you're going to go through major life things. You're going to go through illnesses. You're going to go through maybe some injuries, either yourself or somebody close to you in your family, your friends. You're going to go through job changes, whether you get laid off or you get a new job. Maybe you move across the country. Maybe you decide like what I'm doing for a job isn't for me anymore and you up and quit. I've done that. So just giving yourself this like long game approach really does work. So we've got a body transformation challenge. It's called Operation Fit AF. And it's this idea that you give yourself a year, you set the goal, you decide what you want to work on, and give yourself a year to work on it. Give yourself a year to just like really focus in on it. And we've got a community of women who are doing this together. You get access to live sessions, the recordings. You get access to some workouts. You don't have to do the workouts. Your goal might be different. You get to decide what it is. Yoga classes, stuff like that. But anyways, I'm 49 today. And so it's sort of this natural time of year for me to go, well, what's next? You know what? I did the weight loss. I did the body transformation. I'm continuing to do the body transformation. I'm getting abs. They're coming in. The goal isn't abs anymore, though. I've been talking about my sculpted arms program. The goal isn't always just sculpted arms and six-pack abs anymore. It's doing the work, enjoying the process, enjoying the journey to get your body into a position where it is strong enough to do some really cool things. The aesthetics follow. The aesthetics come with it, okay? I 100% have aesthetic goals. I want to look fit. I want to look athletic. I'm doing a bodybuilding competition. That's an athletic sport. Side note, I did change away from the bodybuilding division. I'm still doing athletic, and I'm doing something called sports model. I'll make a separate video about all of that, though, but I'm just no longer interested in representing getting as lean as possible. And that's what bodybuilding is. Bodybuilding is like getting super lean, like you have striations and you can see your veins. I don't necessarily want to get that lean. I'm not against it. It's just not something that I want to do. I want to look strong, healthy, fit. I want I want to represent what fitness can look like in midlife for those of us over the age of 40. Okay. So my goals over the next year are really shifting towards strength-based goals. They're performance-based goals. So I'm shifting my training isn't changing. My nutrition isn't changing. I'm weight training 3 to 5 days a week. I'm doing yoga almost every single day. And that does not mean I'm going to a super duper heavy power class every single day. Some days my yoga class is coming to my own mat here and spending 5 or 10 minutes doing some breath work, something like that. And my nutrition is still protein and plants. My birthday is today. I get dessert twice a year. One of those times is my birthday. So last night at dinner, I got a skillet chocolate chip, one of those really hot chocolate chip cookies in an iron skillet with ice cream on top. Really good. My body's not used to it anymore. I woke up this morning with the worst heartburn ever. So my body is definitely not used to that kind of food anymore. I just haven't been eating it. I do have brownies and cookies and that here and there, but nothing like super rich like that. So my nutrition is still protein and plants. I've got cookbooks, Heather's Healthy Kitchen. We got all this stuff. We got all this stuff here for you that if you're like, how do I do this on a day-to-day level, the tactical level? I've got all this stuff right here for you. So none of that is changing, okay? What is changing for me is my mindset. My mindset is shifting now from I'm trying to lose weight to become a faster hiker. I did that, okay? My goal, 50 pounds, become a faster hiker. I lost 60 pounds, became a faster hiker. So I want to continue being fit enough to continue with some more difficult hikes. I am intending to hike the Grand Canyon again this year. I'm also going to hike Machu Picchu, the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu. So I need to be in shape for that. So I will be building strength, endurance, all that stuff for continuing on to some of these harder hikes. I am very much in a mindset of life right now that I want to go do some of these things that have been on my bucket list for a while. I want to go do them now because I know that at some point my body may not allow me to do those things, especially with, I've shared, I've had injuries. I've had some pretty significant things happen over the years. I don't take my body for granted anymore. I know that it's a gift to have a body that's able to do some of these things. So I want to treat it well. I want to treat it in a way that is going to serve me to continue doing these things. Machu Picchu is a hike. I want to go to all 7 continents and do like a major hike on all the continents. So I'm going to make all that happen. Okay. So my mindset is shifting to more of this performance-based approach versus the weight loss. I'm still tracking food. I'm still doing all of the things. It's just my overarching goal is shifting to more of a performance-based versus weight loss. I do not want this to become a weight loss channel. That's not ever been my intention. But I do know that many of you are here because you see my body transformation. You see the things that I've done. You want to know how to do it. You want the motivation. You want the inspiration. I'm here for it all. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to tell you it is not too late. I gained weight in my early 40s, lost it in my mid 40s. Now I'm in my late 40s, and we're going to kick it up a notch. Okay. Kicking it up a notch, kicking that fitness level up a notch, getting strong AF, getting fitter AF. Okay. So really focusing on building strength for and endurance for doing these difficult multi-day hikes. Then I'm also adding in some more performance-based goals around some body weight challenges. So it's doing some calisthenics, and but getting into some more challenging yoga poses. Things like the splits and grasshopper and dragonfly and some of these more difficult poses that they require the balance, they require strength, they require some coordination. These are poses that I used to be able to do, okay? And I'm not in this like, I want to be 25 again, I want to be 35 again. That's not what it is. What it is showing you that you can have it, you can lose it, and you can get it back. When you get it back, it might look a little bit different, but you can certainly do things towards getting it back, whatever it is for you, okay? So what I want to do is I've got a list, and I don't have it finalized yet. I will share it here on social media, on the YouTubes, when I have a list, but I have a list started of yoga poses and some calisthenics moves that I want to be able to do. Okay. So things like the splits, I'm really close to being able to do the splits again. The front splits, not the side splits. Nowhere near anywhere ready on the side splits. I've been working on inversions. I've been sharing that on social media. I'd like to share that a little bit more. And then when I get into some of these inversions, there's other things that you can do once you get into the inversions. So maybe if you're doing like a forearm stand, you're on your forearms, and then you can press up into a handstand. Stuff like that. Some more strength-based movements that's specifically using body weight. Okay. So I'm not going to become like a power lifter or anything where it's like, how much can you bench? How much can you deadlift? How much can you squat? That kind of stuff. Like that's not what I'm doing here. It's more building the strength in my body to be able to just do fun things with it. Okay. Just do fun things with it. I will share it on social media. I share a lot of stuff on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and here. I will share it. It's never my intention when I share the things that I'm working on with my own personal yoga practice, my own personal fitness journey, it's never my intention to tell somebody this is what you have to do. It's really more me sharing. These are the things that I'm working on. I'm sharing it with you because I want to show you that you can set a goal and you can do these things and you can work towards that goal. Even today, I just shared that, I've injured my right foot and I did not stop practicing yoga. I changed it up a little bit. I chose some different options for some different poses. Instead of downward facing dog, I'm doing tabletop. Instead of plank, I come down onto my knees or I tuck my right foot because I can't bend my right toes, stuff like that. It's really just intended to show like life can come at you 1,000 freaking directions, but we just keep moving forward towards whatever it is that we want to work on. So, I just wanted to make this video to sort of officially kick off what I call OFAF 49. OFAF is Operation Fit AF. AF stands for exactly what you think it stands for. But it's OFAF 49. We're level 49, baby. We're here. I've spent the last 2 years and some change really focusing on body transformation and sculpting and getting my body to look a certain way. And I'm certainly going to continue doing that. I have fun with it. I feel like body sculpting is an art. I enjoy it. I'm not going to start doing any sort of performance enhancing drugs or anything. I'm not doing any of that. I've been very clear about that. I've been very honest about that. I'm not against it. It's just not something I'm interested in doing. So it's what can I do to make fun shapes with my body, whether it's sculpting through muscles or moving my body in a way to just make some really fun shapes. It's an art form for me, okay? So anyhow, I hope you're here for it. We're going to continue talking about yoga, strength training, weightlifting, nutrition, all that stuff, the tactical level stuff here on my YouTube channel. But I am also going to keep sharing a little bit more of my own personal journey. I do know I can look at the analytics. I read all of your comments. I try to comment back as much as I possibly can. I get messages from you on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. And I know that you find some of this, when I share this kind of stuff, that you find it motivational, you find it inspirational. That's not to say that I'm perfect. I have not got it all figured out. I certainly have my moments, but I'm just trying to help pave the way, lead the way for, those of us who are really interested in building a strong, healthy body that will carry us well into our 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. So if you're here for it, like the video, subscribe to my channel, even send this video to somebody who you think might find it helpful. I'll see you in the next video.